Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you're here today. In this tutorial, I want to demonstrate how you can personalize my digital papers and ephemera to match your own unique card-making circumstances. In this video, you will learn how to download the files, upload the files to Canva for free, design a card that is exactly the size you want to make using Canva, and finally, how to print out all of the different card elements separately so you can cut them out and reassemble them as a physical card. By using these techniques, you can save a great deal of time, paper, and ink. Just a quick word for those of you who may be new. Every Friday, I send out an email with several different digital papers and ephemera for you to use in your personal card making, journal, or scrapbooking projects. These are completely free, but you may not use them for commercial purposes. If you would like to receive these files each week, please sign up using the link in the description below. Also, I would really appreciate you subscribing to my channel and ringing the bell so you get notified whenever I post a new tutorial. I have a lot of them planned and I don't want you to miss any. So with that having been said, let's get started. The first step is to download the files that you want to use. So here I am in the Sweet Love section of my files, and my screen may look a little different than yours because I own these and they're on my Google Drive and not on yours, so they may look a little different, but you'll have access to all these files just like I do here. Now if I scroll down, I'm just going to go ahead and select whatever file I want to use. The first one I want to download is this one, and I'm just going to go up here to the three dots, click on them, and choose download. Now I've already downloaded all of mine, but this is the process you would use. You would just go through and pick whichever ones you want and click download, and they will automatically go to your download folder. So here we are in my downloads folder. And you can see all of these files up here at the top that I have downloaded to use in the two cards that I'm going to demonstrate for you. So once you finish downloading your files, you're going to go straight to Canva. Here we are on the Canva homepage. If you don't have a Canva account, click the link in the description below and you'll be able to sign up. It's completely free. However, by using my link, if you'd like to check out the more advanced Canva Pro account for 1 month, you get a 30-day free trial with my link. But you can go ahead and just get the free account. It's all you need to do what we're going to be doing today. In this video, I want to show you how to use Canva to design your cards, and also how you can use Canva to size the elements that you download from me, so you don't have to be printing whole pages of a certain color or whatever pattern you want. You can just print small pieces that fit the card size that you want, and you won't be wasting ink or paper. So it's really neat to know this process, and it's really easy. The first thing you're going to do is come up here to create a design. Click on it, and what you're going to do is go to custom size. Now here you're going to enter in whatever size card you're making. Lots of people make A2 size cards. Some of you make A4 size cards. You know the exact dimensions of the card that you want to make. It doesn't make any difference. You can customize this exactly how you want it to be. So here you can see it says pixels automatically, and what you're going to want to do is click this down arrow and then choose whatever measurement you want. For me, I'm going to choose inches. And I'm going to do a 5x7 card just because it's bigger on the screen and you can see it better. But you can use whatever size you want. So plug in your dimensions for your card. If you do an A2 size, you would put 4.25 by 5.5 for 4.25 by 5.5. For me, I'm going to plug in 5 inches by 7 inches, and then I'm going to click Create New Design, and it will automatically come up for you. Now the next step is to upload into Canva all those files that we downloaded a minute ago. So to do that, you come over here to the left-hand side to Uploads and you click on it. Then you click on Upload Files and you go to your Downloads folder, and there are all those files that you downloaded. You highlight the ones that you want by clicking on them. If you want all of them, you just click the first one, hold your Shift key down, and click the last one, and all of them will be highlighted. Then you go to Open down here at the bottom, and they will start uploading in your Uploads file. Okay, my files are all finished uploading now. There, you can see them right here in my Upload Files section. And I'm going to start building a card. I've got 2 cards I'm going to show you how to make today that are super easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is do the background of my card, and I want it to be this particular pattern that I downloaded. And all I'm going to do is stretch it out to be the back of my card. So now I've got a 5x7 panel. If for some reason I want to lock it, so I want to make sure that it stays in place, I just lock this little lock right there. You want to double click it till it's totally locked. Now I'm going to put my next layer on. For this layer, I'm going to choose this file that we downloaded. Now you can see that it comes up to be that size, and there's 2 ways that you can actually size this for your card. The first way is just to bring it up to wherever you want to bring it and make it just kind of eyeball it for the kind of border you might want to have around it. Then take the corner handle, hold your left mouse button down, and just drag it like this. The corner handles keep everything in the same perspective. You can drag it till you think it looks about the right size, and then you can just bring this one in to look like that, and you're done. Now let me go back and do it again and show you the second way if you want it to be a little more exact in your measurements. So I'm going to hit this trash can while it's highlighted and delete it, and I'm going to bring it back onto my card again. And then what I'm going to do, this is a little bit more complicated just because it has a couple extra steps, but it's not exactly hard. Just follow my directions to make it work for you. Go to Position, and then while this is highlighted, it's going to show you the measurements that it is. It says it's 3.75 by 3.75. Now my card is 5x7, and if I want a border that's a 1/4 inch all the way around, I would take a 1/2 inch off of each dimension from 5x7. So I would want this to end up being 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. And when I do that, it automatically sizes it evenly, so it will be even on the front of my card. Now, if you can see, when I move this, do you see the red cross lines that go up and down? If I move it sideways, when I get to the middle, there's a red line in the middle, and when I move it up, there's a red line. And when you get it exactly centered, you will see both the vertical and the horizontal red lines. Then you let go of your mouse button, and there it is. Just like that. So we sized this big file down to be exactly the size that we want for our card, whatever size you've put in there as your custom size. Now the next thing I did was to add a couple of ephemera. So I'm going to go over here and click on the ephemera. Down here, I'm going to slide this button over so that you can see it a little bit better. Now the background on this ephemera is all transparent already. And so all we want to do is isolate one of these images. So we're just going to drag these over. I'm going to do these 2 cookies at the bottom. Drag it over till I see 1 cookie. Just like that. And then once I have it isolated, if I want to make it bigger, I just stretch the corner button again by holding my left mouse button down at the same time. And if I want to make it angled, I can do that. This is one of the cards that I actually made to demonstrate these files. So there's my one cookie. Now I want to make another cookie, so I'm just going to get this file again by clicking on it. This time I'll just make it bigger so we can see it. And then I'm going to isolate the other cookie. And then we're just going to make it bigger. And I'm going to turn it like that and put it down here. And then I'm going to back out of this so you can see it. And there's a whole card right there. Now I want to stop here and tell you something. Today's video, I'm just showing you how to print off these elements so that you can actually cut them out and have them the right shapes and the right sizes for the size cards you're making, so you don't waste a lot of ink or paper. In another video, I'm going to show you how to actually add shading and things, so if you want to print the whole card out and have it look, even though it's all on one piece of paper, have it look like it has some dimension to it, like the ones that I make. I'm going to show you that in a different video, how to add shading and shadowing and that kind of thing. This video is just focusing on how to make these elements specifically to your size card so you don't have to waste paper or ink, and it makes it so easy to design your card online. So here we are in Canva again, and I've got my blank 5x7 card. Remember, you can enter in your own dimensions for your card size that you're intending to use. For this card, I'm going to just start with a red background. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to stretch it to be my whole background, just like that. And I can move it back and forth by holding my left mouse button down and dragging if I want to. And there it is, completely centered. Now again, I think I'm going to lock this in place so that it doesn't move when I'm putting my other elements on. Now I'm going to use this pattern right here. And again, I'm going to go back and do the second way I showed you for making it the size I want it to be. I'm going to hit Position. Make sure it's under the Arrange tab here. Here they have the Layers tab, and it will show you all the layers in your card. If I hit Arrange, that's where the measurements are. And I think on this one I'm also going to use a 1/4 inch around all the sides. So I'm going to again make it 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. And there we have our panel, just like that. Now, once again, if I want to change the pattern in this panel, I can double click it and I can change it to be where I want the pattern to be centered in the panel. Probably just like that. And then I click Done down here. And there's my second panel, just like that. The exact size I need it to be. Now on this one, I'm going to put a band across the middle, and I want to use this pattern. And so I'm going to just bring it over here to the sides it goes on already centered vertically. I'm going to make it the size I want it. Bring it down here. Let's see. I want it about that size. Here I move it until I see the vertical and horizontal guidelines again, and I let go of my mouse button, and there it is. A horizontal band right across the middle of my card. Finally, I just want to add one more ephemera, so I'm going to choose this one this time, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're just going to highlight the one that I want, which is the one up here in the upper right, and I'm going to drag on the corner and make it big. This one I'm going to make really big because I want it to be just right in the middle of my card, so I'm going to do that. Just like that. And that's it. That's the whole card. Now that we have both cards completed, I want to show you a new way to print the individual pieces so that you not only save ink, but you save paper. If you watched the first version of this tutorial, you'll know that I showed you how to separate each of these pieces out into different pages to print. Of course, this works, but it doesn't really save paper. So I decided to show you a plan B so that you can save both ink and paper And here's what you're going to have to do. I'm scrolling up here to the top again. Here is my completed card. So the first thing that I'm wanting to do is go back to the main Canva page and open a different document. So to do that, I'm just going to go up here to Canva, go to Create a Design, just like we did before, and this time I'm going to come down to Custom, and I'm going to change it to inches, and then change it to 8.5 by 11. So of course, this is the size of the paper that most of us would be printing on our printers, and I'm going to make a new document that is that size, and then I would click Create New Design. When you click that, it will open up the new document in a new and separate tab. Now I've already done it, and I want to show you how that looks. Up here at the top, you can see that I have my original file in this tab. There's the card. And in this tab, I have a brand new 8.5 by 11 inch document. Now don't be fooled by the size that it looks on your screen, because Canva sizes it so you can see the whole image on one screen. But the actual dimensions of each image are different. Here you can see that the ruler at the top, it goes all the way over to 8.5. And when I click on this one, on the ruler in the top, it only goes over to 5. So you can see the differences in the sizes. So let me show you this new way to print the different elements in your card. To do that, we're going to go over here to Position. And here under the Layers tab, you will see all 4 layers of this card. Now I do want to caution you about something. If I click on this layer, which is the pink background, you'll see that the file that we originally used was a square one, and we just put it onto the card and made it the size that we wanted, and it eliminated the extra on the edges. But to print it, we're going to need to actually draw these handles in so that the file is exactly the size of the front of our card. Just like that. So if you have extra sticking out on the side or on the top and the bottom, be sure to drag those handles in so that that layer is exactly the size of your card front. So once everything is all included on the card front, what we want to do is select all the layers. And to do that, I'm going to just highlight one, which I already have the pink one highlighted. And I'm going to go up here to the top and hold down my Shift key. And you'll see that all 4 layers are now selected with these purple bands around them. I'm going to come back over here, and it'll give me the option to group them, but I don't want to group them. All I want to do is copy them. So I'm going to click on these little 3 dots here where it says More, and click Copy. That will copy all 4 layers of my card to my clipboard. Now I'm going to go and open up my other document that I created. And here, all I'm going to do is hold down Control or Command V, and it will paste my card right onto this larger document. Now I want to click off of that image so that the individual parts will be deselected. If we look at the position, we can see we have all 4 layers, and now it's on our new document that's bigger and it's the size to print. Now the one thing you have to know about this is do not change the size of these images in any way. Just keep them exactly the way they are, and it's going to be kind of like a jigsaw puzzle to fit them on these larger pages to print. So I went ahead and I made a new page, and now we're going to just kind of drag and drop. So I already did this, and I'm going to show you how I figured out they fit the best. I'm going to drag this one down to this page, and then we have the little band I'm going to leave on this page. Then I'm going to take this hearts panel and drag it down here. All you have to do is drag it with your left mouse button, and then you just kind of arrange them however you want to fit them in. Again, don't change the sizes. This looks a little tight, so what I did was I went over here to this little circular arrow, and I just tilted it some. In fact, we're going to just tilt it all the more, bring it up to 90 degrees. just like that. Be sure you put it in from the edge a little bit because your printer may not print all the way to the edge of the paper. And that should be okay, just like that. Now the other page, I'm just going to move this one like this. And there you have it. Now remember, if you're going to print out of Canva, there's only one way to do it to make it the photo quality that you need. And that is to go up here to Share, Download. Then up here, you're going to click this little down arrow and click PDF Print. That's the only way to print from Canva where you're going to get the clarity that you want. We don't want all the pages. I had made an extra page down here, so what I'm going to do is just delete that page. And now we do want all the pages. I'm going to go back, Download, PDF Print, all pages, both pages, and then I'm going to just come down here and click Download. This is going to download a PDF file for me, and we'll see it come up here in just a second. And here it is. We're just going to click on it and open it up, and you will see, let me make these smaller, and you will see that there are our pieces of our card all laid out on just 2 pages instead of the 4 that we originally would have used. And of course, if you have a card with more than 4 pieces, you can just mix and match them however you need to make it work. Just remember these 2 things. One, if you have a panel like this one that started out bigger, like this, and you see these lines here, you want to bring it in. Otherwise, it will copy the entire panel. You want to make sure everything fits on your card. Then all you have to do, again, is go to Position, select all 4 elements, come over here and do Copy, and then go to your 8.5 by 11 file and paste them right on here, and then just separate them out however they fit to print. So a final hint that I want to give you is to keep just one print master file. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is you can keep up to 300 of these pages in one file in Canva. So right now we only have 2 pages. If I design another card that I want to print, all I have to do is open up this same file and add another page here. We already have it 8.5 by 11. I'm going to add a page. Let's just say I'm going to paste another card in here. This is the same one, of course, because it was still on my clipboard. But all I have to do is paste it in, move the elements around so that I can print it. And then this is automatically saved so that every time I make a card, it goes into the same file. So if I decide even a couple months later, oh, you know that card that I made for so-and-so that I printed out and sent to her, I'd like to send that same card to my other friend. You just go to this master print file and you can isolate the pages where that card was originally, just print them off again, cut them out, and send it to a new friend. But that way, all of your print files are all in this one main master file. So that's what I do, and it saves a lot of time, and I can always go back and reprint and resend the same card multiple times if I decide that I want to use that one to send to a new person. So let's review what we learned. First, we learned how to download digital files and upload them to Canva. Then we learned how to take those files and resize them to be the custom size for our particular needs. And finally, we learned how to take each of the elements that makes up our card and print them in a way that will save both ink and paper. I hope this has been really helpful. You know I'm committed to doing everything I can to help you make digital cards, have fun in the process, and bless others with your results. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.